for this one, there was a lot of, I guess I knew that kind of the core was going to be the motorcycle riding. And the more that I could feel comfortable in that space, and the better. So I rode a lot, and to the point where, I could smell the gasoline on my skin and smell the oil and the cigarette smoke, and you get to a certain point where you feel immersed in that world. And I just tried to hang out with as many of the great motorcycle riders that I could. That was the core of it for me. Yeah. I mean, it's all kind of the environment that you create, and I mean that's what I found for him, because he's a man of few words, and so obviously there's all the other work that you do, but that was the first element. It was the thing that I knew that he loved almost more than anything else in the world, was that feeling of freedom that you get on a motorcycle. So I needed to know what that felt like.
Johnny always loved Benny.
This is our family. Forever.
Well, I think you always feel like, oh, once it's done. You know what I mean? Because you're like, oh, I did it. Like, I did the thing. I think with Kathy, it was like, because she was like the narrator, like she spoke a lot, but she spoke in a very specific way, tonally, that I immediately fell in love with and wanted to try and emulate as truthfully as possible, which was terrifying to me. I think especially because, I'd been a huge fan of Jeff's work. It's incredibly natural and grounded and kind of character driven. And there's an element of who Kathy is that is kind of larger than life. And I was aware that there was a danger of her seeming, I knew there was going to be moments on set where I took it too far and Jeff was going to come in and go, just less, and that like your ego can be a bit like, oh God, feel like as an actor, there's nothing worse than someone be like, it's too much. You're like, oh God, I'm doing that thing. Yeah. So I was very aware of that, which was kind of a little scary going in.